Okay, next thing you're going to do is you're going to want to have your song map pulled up. So here's my song map to free falling. I'm going to use this as a guide. Notice how my intro is 4 bars and my verse is 8. So we're going to come in here and we're going to build out the songs. Okay, so we're going to come up here and we're going to sketch out our form. First, if you haven't done so already, change this to the speed and then click on that and change to put what key you're in. Now you're going to click on this little drop down menu and we're going to use the marker tool, not the arrangement tool, and I'll tell you why later. What I like about the marker tool is that you can put down a marker in here and then when you close this up it'll keep it there, versus if you did the arrangement like you do in GarageBand, when you close this it goes away and you don't really know where you are without having to press this extra button. So I prefer to use the marker tool. So okay, and remember how we said that we're going to start in measure 2. We're always going to start in measure 2 because that will allow you more options if you ever need to add anything before count 1. If you start all your recordings on count 1, it's going to be really hard to add more space when there's not any room to add any space. Marker. So we're going to come in here, call this the intro. I'm going to go over 8 bars. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Always go the full 8. Don't stop at 8. You got to go the entire bar. And then we're going to have, shoot, I just messed this up too. Okay, let's try it again. We have a 4-bar intro. You're going to want to pull this up. And you see how I have, this is my song map. I have 4 bars, 8, 2, 8, 8, 8, 8. This is the guide that I'm going to use. So we're going to hit marker. Remember, we're going to move this over to the 2nd bar. And we're going to go 4 bars for my intro. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to hit marker again. And I'm going to give that a label. And then I'm going to go over 8 bars. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm going to hit the marker again. And let's say I forgot where I'm at. So I already did that. I already did this. Now I'm on the interlude. So it's a 2-bar interlude. I'm going to go back here and go 1, 2. First I'm going to give it its name. And then I'm going to hit marker again. Now I'm in verse 2. 8 more bars. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And now I'm at my first chorus. And always kind of put the numbers. You kind of know what choruses you're on. When the projects get big, sometimes can get confusing. Okay, so you're going to do that through this entire song, or take your song map and you're going to just frame out the entire song. So I'm going to do that real quick for you. I always like to hit end here because it just kind of just helps me later in the process. Okay, so I'm done. Now this little icon here will allow you to zoom in or zoom out. So I like to get where I can see the whole thing. Let's kind of move over here. Here we go. I can see most of the song. Okay, all right. Change that, mess that up. Okay, all right. So now when you hit this button, everything's listed up here. And what I like to do too is I like to hit Option C and it pulls up a color bar. And so I'll take all my verses. I'll hold down the Shift key and I'll go verse 1, verse 2, verse 3, and verse 4. And I like to give them all the same color. So I'm going to come in here and we're going to make my verses be kind of a dark green color. Okay. See, now I'm going to give my choruses the same thing. So I'm going to hold down the Shift button and click on all my choruses, and I'll give it a color. And I'll do that with my intros and interludes. I kind of treat those as kind of the same thing. And We'll just give it like a dark purple. Now when you hit this button, you see how now everything's kind of color coded and you kind of know what's coming, and I find that really helpful. Okay, and so now what you're going to do is you come up here and you're going to hit Command S, or you can actually pull it up from File and Save, but just learn the key command, Command S, and hit that and it saves your file, and now you have everything that you need.